Lee's Tangram animals. It was the first day of school and Lee stood alone, missing his home in China. Everywhere there was shouting and laughter in a language Lee worked hard to understand. When the bell rang, Lee hung up his backpack and placed the gift his father sent to the teacher's desk. "We're so happy you're in our class, Lee," said Miss Hess, opening her present. It was a Tangram puzzle his father had made, along with Tangram puzzle cards. "What a lovely gift," said Miss Hess. "Would you like to tell the children about the Tangram puzzle?" Lee looked down the floor. "That's okay, Lee," said Miss Hess. "Josh, why don't you pick a shape from the puzzle and describe it to the class?" John picked up the 5 triangles, the shape of 3 sides, and it's called a triangle. There are 2 small, 1 medium, and 2 large triangles in the puzzle. Miss Hess held up another shape. "What makes this one a square?" Becca answered, "It has 4 sides that are same length." This last shape was triangular. The shape has 2 pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. The word parallel means 2 lines that run side by side that are equal distance apart, said Miss Hess. "Like railroad tracks," said Sam. "That's right," said Miss Hess. "It's called a parallelogram." Miss Hess put the Tangram puzzle and the cards on the table next to Lee's desk. During free time, Lee watched as kids covered Tangram pieces and other pieces. 2 small triangles covered the square exactly. 2 small triangles and a square covered the parallelogram. One day, Mrs. told the class they would be starting an animal science unit. "I give you riddles, and then we are going to guess the animals we're going to study," said Miss Hess. "The first animal is a symbol of the United States. It is one of the largest birds of prey, and its eyesight is excellent. Any guesses?" Lee knew right away. Too shy to raise his hand, he had an idea. He quickly looked through the Tangram cards and arranged the puzzle. He showed Miss Hess as she passed his test. "How cleverly," said Miss Hess. "You're right, the bald eagle will be the first animal we'll study. The second animal's skeleton is not made of bone, but of cartilage. Most of these animals have 4 rows of teeth. They live in the ocean, and the babies are called pups," said Miss Hess. "You guessed," Sam guessed. "A walrus?" "You're getting warm," teased Miss Hess. Lee searched the cards again and arranged the Tangram puzzle. "Right again, Lee," said Miss Hess. "Can you tell the kids what you made?" "A shark," said Lee proudly. Miss Hess gave the class the last riddle. "This animal lives in Australia. They need little water to survive. They are the largest marsupial mammals, and they use their big tails to steer and balance." Lee didn't recognize the word marsupial, but he thought he knew the answer. He found the card, and this time he showed it to Josh. "Want to try?" he asked. Josh moved the Tangram pieces into place. "You've got it, Miss Hess," she said. "Good job," said Miss Hess. "Lee, could you give the kids 1 more clue to the riddle so they can get it too?" Lee's heart pounded. Would he get all the words right? "This animal carries its baby in a pouch," said Lee. "It's kangaroo," said the class. Just then there was a clap of thunder and the rain poured down. During inside recess, Lee showed the kids how to make other Tangram animals, such as lions, giraffes, camels, and modern goats. A few weeks later, Lee brought a surprise for the class. Mrs. invited Lee to share a riddle about it. Lee began. "Inside this box, there are puzzles that came from China, and each have 7 pieces. Can you guess what they are?" "Tangrams," said the class. "And they're enough for everyone," Lee said proudly.